Have you ever wondered why you were born under the sign of Gemini? Why did your soul choose to come into the world at this particular time of year? My dear, know that it was no coincidence. Each Gemini carries within themselves very special spiritual missions, divine purposes that only you can fulfill in this life. And today, I will reveal to you the 5 sacred missions your soul came here to Earth to fulfill. If you are a Gemini or know someone with this special sign, you need to watch until the end, because what I'm about to share will completely transform the way you see your spiritual path. Many Geminis spend their entire lives without understanding the true purpose of their existence, without comprehending why they feel so different, why they have this constant need to learn, to communicate, to connect people and ideas. The truth is that the universe has endowed you with unique gifts, and there is a divine plan behind every characteristic of yours. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I will show you not only what your missions are, but also how to recognize the signs that you are on the right path. Prepare your heart to receive these spiritual truths. Mission 1. To be a messenger of truth. Gemini's first spiritual mission is to be a true messenger of truth in this world. And what does that mean, my dear? It means you came here to bring information, to connect people through words, to be a bridge between different worlds and realities. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, and this is no coincidence. Your soul chose this path because you have the sacred gift of translating the complex into simplicity, of explaining what others cannot understand. How many times have you found yourself in the role of explaining something to someone? How many times have people sought you out for advice, to understand a difficult situation, to hear your opinion on a subject? This happens because there is a special light in the way you communicate. You don't just speak with your mouth, you speak with your soul, and people sense this even if they can't explain it. Your spiritual purpose is directly linked to your ability to use words, writing, speaking, to raise the consciousness of those around you. But be careful, because this mission comes with great responsibility. You need to be very careful about what you say and how you say it. Words have power, my dear, and you, as a Gemini, have even more power in your words than most. When you say something, people listen. When you write something, people read it carefully. Therefore, your mission is not just to speak, but to speak the truth. Not the truth that suits, not the truth that pleases, but the truth that liberates. And this isn't always easy. Sometimes you'll feel like saying what people want to hear, sugarcoating things, avoiding conflict. But your soul knows that's not why you came. You came to bring clarity where there's confusion, light where there's darkness. In practice, how do you fulfill this mission? It can be through sincere conversations with friends and family. It can be through social media, sharing knowledge that helps others. It can be at work, being the person who has the courage to say what needs to be said. It could even be through art, music, or writing. The important thing is that you use your gift of communication to elevate, never to diminish. When you do this, you are fulfilling your divine purpose. Mission 2. To be a bridge between different worlds. Gemini's second spiritual mission is to be a bridge between different worlds, cultures, ideas, and people. And do you know why this is so important spiritually? Because we live in an increasingly divided world, where people retreat into their own groups, their own beliefs, their own truths. And you, my dear Gemini, came here precisely to break down these barriers. You have the rare ability to understand different points of view, to move between different environments, to adapt to different situations. This is not a weakness as some might think. It is a spiritual superpower. Your soul has developed this flexibility over many lifetimes, and now you are here to use it to promote unity, understanding, and love among people. Notice how you can converse with completely different people. You can be talking to someone very religious in the morning and someone completely skeptical in the afternoon, and you can connect with both. You understand the language of the heart, of the scientist and the artist, of the young and the old. This is your sacred mission. To be the link that unites what seems impossible to unite. The world needs people like you, who can see beyond superficial differences, and see the humanity that exists in every being. Many Geminis spend years feeling out of place, as if they don't fully belong anywhere. And do you know why? Because you didn't come to belong to a single place. You came to transit, to circulate, to bring a bit of each world to the other. It's as if you were a spiritual translator, someone who can take the wisdom of one place and carry it to another, creating connections where before there was only separation. How can you fulfill this mission in practice? First, by recognizing that your multiple nature is a blessing, not a curse. Stop beating yourself up for not being fixed, stable, or predictable. That's not your nature, and it's not your purpose. Second, use your adaptability to create real bridges in your life. If you have friends from different groups who don't know each other, introduce them. If you know wisdom from a spiritual tradition, share it with people from other traditions. If you speak more than one language, use that to connect people from different cultures. Third, be a living example that it's possible to respect and honor differences. When people see how you move between worlds without losing your essence, they will learn that it's possible for them too. You are planting seeds of unity in a world that so desperately needs it. This is a sacred mission, and you were chosen for it. Mission 3. Awaken curiosity and the desire to learn in others. Gemini's third spiritual mission is to awaken in people the desire to learn, to question, to seek knowledge. You came here to be an eternal student and at the same time an inspiring teacher. And I'm not just talking about formal education, no. I'm talking about something much deeper and more spiritual. You have the gift of making people question their own beliefs, of making them open their minds to new possibilities, of awakening in them that spark of curiosity that may have been dormant for years. How many times have you had a conversation with someone and, at the end, they said you made them think about things they'd never considered before? That's no coincidence, my dear. This is your soul fulfilling its purpose. Gemini is a mental sign ruled by the air element, and that means you came here to work with ideas, concepts, and the power of the mind. But not in a cold or distant way. You have the gift of making learning light, fun, and accessible. You can take the most complex subjects and explain them in a way that even a child could understand. This is a divine gift, and your mission is to use this gift to raise collective consciousness. In a world where so many people are trapped in old patterns, limiting beliefs and fears passed down from generation to generation, you are that breath of fresh air that brings new perspectives. You are the person who asks the question no one dared to ask, who presents the idea no one had thought of, who shows the path no one knew existed. But be careful not to fall into the trap of superficial knowledge. Many Geminis end up knowing a little about everything but never delving into anything in depth. And then your mission is half fulfilled. The universe is calling you not just to accumulate information, but to transform knowledge into wisdom. There's a huge difference between knowing a lot of things and truly understanding their deeper meaning. Your mission is to go beyond the surface. It's to take what you learn and transform it into something that truly helps people evolve. How can you do this in practice? First, cultivate the habit of studying, reading, and learning new things every day. But not just for the sake of learning. Do it with spiritual intention, asking yourself how that knowledge can help you and others evolve. Second, share what you learn. Don't keep knowledge to yourself. Teach, explain, inspire. You can do this in casual conversations, in study groups, on social media, wherever. Third, spark curiosity in others by asking good questions. Sometimes, asking the right question is more powerful than providing the answer. When you make someone think, you are fulfilling your mission to awaken consciousness. Mission 4. Learn to unify your own inner dualities. Gemini's fourth spiritual mission, and perhaps the most challenging, is to learn to unify your own inner dualities. You see, my dear Gemini, you are symbolized by the twins, two figures that represent the different facets of your personality. And this creates a constant tension within you, a feeling that there are two different people inhabiting the same body. Some days you wake up excited, sociable, wanting to talk to everyone. Other days you want to be quiet, introspective, alone with your thoughts. There are moments when you are extremely rational, logical, practical. And there are other moments when you are emotional, intuitive, dreamy. And for a long time you may have thought this was a problem, that you needed to choose one side and ignore the other. But no, my dear. That is not your mission. Your mission is precisely the opposite. It is to learn to integrate these two sides, to honor both parts of yourself, to find harmony in the apparent contradiction. This is a deeply spiritual mission because it addresses the process of individuation, as soul scholars call it. It's about becoming whole, complete, integrated. And for Gemini, this means accepting that you don't have to be just one thing. You can be multiple and still be authentic. You can have varied interests and still have depth. You can change your mind and still have integrity. The problem is that society often doesn't understand this. People want to put you in a box, define you in a simple and easy way. But you don't fit into boxes, my dear. You are vast, complex, multifaceted. And that is beautiful. This is your divine nature manifesting. When you resist this nature, when you try to force yourself to be something you are not, you are going against your spiritual mission. You are denying the very essence of your soul. So how do you accomplish this mission in practice? First, stop judging yourself for being contradictory. Every time you notice two opposing desires within you, instead of engaging in conflict, observe with curiosity and compassion. Ask yourself, what is each of these parts trying to tell me? What does each of them need? Second, create space in your life for both sides of yourself. If you have a side that loves socializing and another that needs solitude, honor both. Create moments to be with people and moments to be alone. If you have a rational side and an intuitive side, use both when making decisions. Third, see your contradictions as complementary, not as opposites. Day needs night. Summer needs winter. And your social side needs your introspective side. One doesn't cancel out the other. They complement each other. When you learn this, when you truly integrate all parts of yourself, something magical happens. You become a whole, complete person at peace with yourself. And this inner peace you achieve becomes a beacon for others who also struggle with their own contradictions. You become living proof that it is possible to be multiple and be happy. If you're enjoying this video and feel that these words touched your heart, please subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, so you don't miss any spiritual content I lovingly prepare for you. Also, leave a comment telling me where you're watching from. I love knowing these messages are reaching people all over the world. And if you feel this channel has helped you on your spiritual journey, consider becoming a member or making a donation. This helps me continue bringing you this transformative content. But now, let's move on to Gemini's fifth and final spiritual mission, which is simply beautiful. Mission 5. Bring lightness and joy to a heavy world. Gemini's fifth and final spiritual mission is to bring lightness, joy, and youthfulness to a world that is often too heavy. And this, my dear, is one of the most important and most underrated missions. We live in difficult times where people carry so many burdens, so many worries, so much weight on their shoulders. And you, Gemini, came here to be that breath of fresh air, that laughter in the midst of the storm, that light energy that reminds people that life can also be joyful. You have within you an eternal child, a youthful curiosity that never dies, an optimism that endures even in the face of difficulties. And this is not immaturity as some might think. This is a precious spiritual quality. This is your soul refusing to let the weight of the world dim your light. Think about how many times your presence has brightened someone's day. How many times has a comment, a joke, an observation made someone smile when they were sad? How many times have you been the one who brought cheer to a heavy environment? This doesn't happen by chance. This is your mission in action. You came here to remind people that it's possible to be spiritual and still be light. It's possible to take life seriously and still not take yourself too seriously. It's possible to face challenges and still maintain a good sense of humor. This is a profound wisdom that many people take entire lives to learn. But you were born with it engraved in your soul. Gemini carries the energy of spring, of rebirth, of new beginnings. And wherever you go, you carry this energy of renewal. You show people that it's always possible to start over, that it's never too late to learn something new, that life is always offering new opportunities. But be careful not to confuse lightness with superficiality. Your mission isn't to run away from problems or pretend everything is fine when it isn't. Your mission is to find the balance between acknowledging life's difficulties and not letting them crush you. It's about choosing hope even when it would be easier to choose despair. It's about finding reasons to smile even on difficult days. How do you fulfill this mission in your daily life? First, don't be ashamed of your cheerful and jovial nature. Some people may criticize you, say you don't take things seriously, that you're superficial. Don't believe them. You know the truth. You know that your joy is a conscious choice, a form of spiritual resistance against the world's negativity. Second, use your humor and lightness to help people. Sometimes, a light word at the right time can do more for someone than 1,000 serious pieces of advice. You have the gift of making people see their problems from a different perspective, of showing them that things might not be as dire as they seem. Third, cultivate your own joy. Do things that make you laugh, that make you feel alive, that connect you with that inner child that never grew up. The more you nurture your own joy, the more you have to share with the world. And the world, my dear, is so starved for true joy. My dear Gemini, we've reached the end of this video. And I hope you now understand how special you are. You're not confused, indecisive, or superficial, as some may have led you to believe. You're a soul with important spiritual missions, unique gifts, and a divine purpose in this world. You came here to be a messenger of truth, to build bridges between different worlds, to awaken curiosity and the desire to learn in others, to integrate your own dualities and become a whole person, and to bring lightness and joy to this world that so desperately needs it. Every characteristic of yours that you may have seen as a flaw is actually a spiritual tool to fulfill your missions. Your need for variety isn't instability, it's divine flexibility. Your restless mind isn't a lack of focus, it's a thirst for knowledge. Your social nature isn't dependency, it's the ability to connect and unite. Honor who you are, embrace your missions, and trust that you are exactly where you were meant to be, fulfilling the purpose for which your soul came. Now I want to ask you a question to reflect on. Which of these 5 spiritual missions do you feel you are already fulfilling, and which do you feel you need to develop further? Leave your answer in the comments. I'd love to read and interact with you. And remember, you are not alone on this journey. We are all evolving souls, each fulfilling our own sacred missions. May you walk lightly with joy, with the certainty that you are doing exactly what you came here to do. May the blessings of the universe always be with you, illuminating your path and strengthening your purpose. Until the next video, and may you continue to shine your unique light in this world.